I think the deck looks pretty good too. We have some high quality cards in it. That's why we're not playing tricolor, because we ended up with such high quality red-black cards. You can just end up with games where you just don't curve, like this hand. What am I gonna do? Mulligan, going first, running 16 lands. To a Blade Brand. A lot of options here. Carnival Carnage is the most mana efficient. Blade Brand lets me cycle. I could have Blade Brand plus Carnival Carnage here, but kind of want the Carnage to 2 for 1, not 1 for 1. Judas of the Blocker, huh? Feels not great. Goodbye, Judith. I think that's better than playing out Carnival Carnage this turn. We still get a little bit more value in a minute. Could have hit the creature in Carnival, but I've already talked about why I don't want to do that. My goal is to get value out of my Carnival Carnage, not 1 for 1 it. Even on a better creature. This is now a good turn. Had 2 lands left. Oh, that's the opposite of value. We just got 0 for 1. And another land. Hilarious. Well, I think this has got to be a get the point. I would love to Blade Brand value here. He will attack me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to Blade Brand here. I might get a 2 for 1 out of it. Oh, if I play this, though, he's not attacking. Good, because I don't want him attacking this turn. I want him to stay there. And then next turn, I'll attack with the Grudian, and he can then have 2 creatures on the board. He's going to have a creature on the board because he played a thing there. It's fine. Should be an Enforcer block. I do want to scry at some point. Should be an attack with both. We'll see. Do we know this person? Does a Duke Goes MTG mean anything? He's playing around the Blade Brand like a champ, huh? Alright. Dude, top deck Orzhov Enforcer into Orzhov Enforcer kind of blows. Alright. Well, I'm gonna scry. This card is not a card. It's a good one. It's 4/4. Not sure which one I want to kill here. Do I want to kill the 1/1 flyer? Or do I want to kill the enforcer? I don't really want to put 2 powers of... I don't know. I guess if I put 2 1/1s on the board. Alright. Yeah. Can presumably erase that. He wants to race. Doesn't want to start chumping that fire wheeler this early, apparently. That's fine by me. I get in for a ton of damage every round doing this. Fire wheeler doing so much work. Opponent's been a little bit flooded. We made him discard 2 lands, but still. Cycle Blade Brand. So we talked about this earlier. One of our opponents was not smart enough. I think this was a smart move. He needs to have mana to play cards and still do stuff. So he may have picked up a Dead Rebels too. So I think it was a smart sacrifice. It's not blocking though, so he's dead on board right now. I will end step cycle if he, depending on what he does here. Be nice not to show him the Blade Brand. But Reed Duke is not Duke Goes MTG, right? Reed Duke is like Reader Rabbit or something, right? Just the Duke is what's throwing me. So he was streaming earlier, wasn't he? Like right before I started. It was a Dead Rebels.
You have returned.
Alright. It's kind of bad for us. Sure. I draw the art from my subscriber. No. No, I did not. Well, I was considering how I was going to attack through him now, but with Fireblade Artist, I can just sack the Fiend and kill the Scavenger anyways, which seems good enough. So I don't think I'm attacking this turn. Another ill-gotten inheritance is a little bit unlucky. It's a good top deck for him. May have to full control to react to my own triggers here. Why not attack with Plague White? The 5/5? I suppose keeping the Footlight Fiend alive and having the... I mean, it feels like the Plague White is just better, right? I have to trade the Plague White and the Blade Brand for the Scavenger, and I'd rather trade the Fiend plus the Blade Brand plus the Firelight proc than the White. The White attacks through the Enforcer, right? Okay, So I don't need to be in full control anymore, I don't think. He has this annoying 1-2. I do have cards that remove that, and if I get one, he dies. So let's light up the stage and look for a gruesome. And I missed that, unfortunately. Why did it tap extra lands there? Did I choose the wrong spectacle cost on that? I may have clicked wrong. Alright, then we're going to go to combat. He's going to block the Firewheeler, presumably. He's going to have 2 on the board. It gives him 4-6 damage to my face. I'm not super excited by that. The other thing is just to attack with the Plague White. And then set up for next turn. But I get in for another 2 here. Okay. Okay. Is Letha with 3 ping, all attack, and sack? No. 3 ping face. Well, we removed a blocker, so it's always, we always get the value back from pinging the creature as opposed to pinging the face. So I don't think so. Maybe the white and the artist. He's gonna block the artist if we do that though. The artist is actually not bad here. I think I'm gonna swing with everything. What I really wish I hadn't done is fucking pay 3 mana for a card that only cost me 1. So that feels a little bit awkward. So we're at 2 health right now. If he drew a pump spell off top of his deck, we could just lose. Like the +2/+2. Block artist and I can attack freely with Firewheeler. You can just chump it after. It's still fine. Alright, anything we do differently there? Well, he's got the second inheritance, which is definitely a bitch. We're going first. No, we aren't. We're going second. The 2/3 flyer actually seems pretty good versus him, and the 2/1 seems really bad since he has a bunch of tokens. I think I kind of wanted to fit the Mockery in, but I don't think there's a card I take out for that. So, all right, let's try that. So we have a command for this. It's called Chat Challenge. So if you are suggesting a different line of play than I took, and you would like me to take a look at whether or not your line of play was better than the line of play I took, and there's certainly chances where that places where that occurs, what I need you to do is get me a screen cap or of the board state, and I'll check it after the matches are done. So if you get me a screen cap of that, you can do that by going through the VOD. You can either clip it, in which case make a little clip of it, and I'll watch it on stream and we'll grab it, or you can just make a screen cap and stick it up on MtGA, and then we'll take a look at it on screen. So we have that. I should put that back in the title for Chat Challenge. I suspect not, honestly, but I don't exactly remember the numbers to answer your query there. All right. Chat's right. Probably not, but maybe. A little bit of a clunky hand. I'm considering cycling Blade Brand here. It just has a lot of value with what we're doing, so maybe not. I don't want to take a bunch of damage versus him. We've already seen he runs at least 2 inheritances. Why keep that? Because it's really costly to mulligan all the time and limited. We don't have particularly large number of ways to replenish our hand. We're not really looking for hand selection. Mulliganing is rarely about hand selection in this format, for my opinion. It's almost always about the ratio of lands to the rest of it. I'm gonna block and kill his 1/1 too. This is fine. I think this dies, right? Yeah. So we 2 for 1 here, kind of. Sure. Take your turn. Ping your 2/1. Okay. As I said, I'm totally happy to take a look at that play again. If you guys can provide me the board state, basically, through screen capture, that would be ideal. I'm happy to look at it after the matches are over. And he's got another 2-drop, unfortunately. It would be nice to not be quite as flooded as this. Jesus. We're only running 16 lands here. We've got them all. Not really. We have 10 of our 16. I don't know how I come back from this. I think this will probably cost me the game, but we'll see. So I don't really want to slow the game down because I want to kill him before he unlocks his land, but I don't have any cards in my hand that do anything. So it's extremely unlikely that we get to win this game. Let's draw another land too. You know, he's got 2 inheritances in his deck. We don't want to be trading life total, especially when he just, you know, he's played a creature every single turn. A 2-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 3-drop, a 3-drop. So it's good we're drawing a card, but it's our last card again. I wonder if we can take a land out on the draw. So probably his own inheritance comes down here. Bellhaunt. Ah, joke's on you, friend. Not the card we want to see. I mean, it's okay. We block the Ministrant and kill his 1/1, I guess. Gives him 2 more 1/1s though, so all we really do is remove 1 power off the board. It's not that exciting. I could block that, and that will remove... Still removes 1 power off the board, but I take 3 less damage. I think I'll just block it. Yeah, I have to get that creature dealt with sooner or later. So now we have a decision here. We've got... Oh, we're dead. Doesn't matter what we're going to do here. Two more spells. There's no way we beat this with... Okay, so we're now gonna... We can sack the inheritance to be able to play something else and still do it. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage on the board. If I don't do that, I only have 3 mana to play with, but most of the cards in my deck are castable with 3 mana. I probably don't actually have to crack inheritance here. If I had 1 less land, I would probably have to, but I don't. Now, I did just draw a card that I can double spell off of, so it makes it a bit awkward. We're going to have to sacrifice now with that draw. I can't play the second creature, so we did get a little punished there. I don't think I can win this game from this position, though. We just have too many turns of Flood. Don't think this matters here, what we do. I'm going to have to chump. They don't have to chump that, I guess. Block that. Take 5, 6, go to 1, I guess. I mean, maybe if I was going to 1, I should have just played the Grudian anyways. Yeah, I should have played the Grudian anyways. All right. So, oh no, it's not. It's 3 there. I have to sack, right? But he doesn't have 6 mana. Doesn't matter. Still have to sack now. Do anything. Do I? Let's reason through this a second. Okay, so I'm taking 3 damage going to 3. He's already tapped the land, so he can't surprise kill me with inheritance. I need to stop the... I need to get as much life as I can out of this while stopping the bleed. I want to be able to double spell, but a double spell may not do anything for me. But it might. I can have things like Imp to get out of here right now, right? Alright, I will sack this. The Juggler, drawing the Juggler really threw me off because I was just not expecting to have any relevant draw where I wanted my mana for last turn. So. Alright, so we drew land, made no difference. We'll go to game 2. Or game 3. Alright, right back. Okay, what do we have here? What's not so good? Fireblade Artist? We're going first, though. We would like something. Mockery is okay. It's a little bit of reach. There's a fair amount of death. There's a fair number of afterlife creatures in his deck that we've seen. It would be nice to take one. think I want to mess with our deck though. I think we're keeping it as is. Get the point seems too expensive, maybe, but the scry effect on that late game is basically draw one, and that's really useful. We'll see. The mockery would have been nice to get in. It's the only thing I can think of that I really cared about there. Hey, a playable hand. Don't have a 2-drop, but other than that, it's nice. This card could have been Gravelhide here. Now, Gravelhide pairs up very poorly versus him, but it would have been made our curve very nice. It is really unfortunate that he has a 1-drop every game. Okay, so it's got to be Grudian next turn. I don't actually want to bleed life versus him. Incremental life loss is bad versus him. And instead of 2-drop as well. I wonder if it's... I'm so tempted to demise the white, but I don't think it's good enough, as much as I would like to. I think what I want to do here is block and then carry an imp next turn, and then demise an afterlife creature. We've seen a number of afterlife creatures. I think I want the exile effect. Yeah, his curve is very strong. He's taking the tempo from us despite us going first. I actually think I block Panther here if he attacks me. It's 1 more damage, but it takes his mana this turn. Sure. Looks like he's a little screwed. Oh, he hit his land though. It's a bummer. It's very tempting to run out the inheritance this turn. Do I want to take 2 more damage for it though? I think I just wait a turn. Don't have to block here either if I want to trigger the Blade Juggler next turn. Or the light up the stage. I think I will block anyways. I will have inheritance to do that. It's still my best play right now. Alright, so what does our mana look like next turn? It looks like light up the stage plus Grotesque Demise, I think. I can take a little bit of damage off the Ministrant. Let's play this to start triggering my spectacles. I need to make sure I get value out of that. And I absolutely want to demise that. Oh, come on. Boo, boo. It's my perfect answer to his Ministrant gone. I think he takes it. Light up stage is pretty good here. My hand is pretty good. Disappointed about that. Oh, we took the light up the stage. Okay. Well, we missed the land drop I would have liked here. Or excuse me, we didn't miss the land drop. We missed... This is awkward now with that gone because I don't have double spells here. I still think the best play is remove the Ministrant because I'm going to have to trade off and I want to give him 1 billion afterlife tokens. So I'm happy to remove this main phase. Happy is the wrong word. Show him our last card. There's still a chance we draw land. We have 2 draws to do it between Blade Juggler and the next card we pick up to get untapped land. More of these little 2-drop shitters. Let's play out our Juggler. And let's play out our Grudian. It's very unexciting, this Oligarch. I have to block it too because it's vigilant. So I can do this, block here, then swing back with the Blade Juggler for slightly favorable race numbers here. Getting rid of the Grudian's not great, but I have a get the point to make up for that in hand. Okay. I do not have Dead Rebels. We only were offered 1, and it was up against something that was too good to pick. Annoying. It's another great card for him here. Blocks the Blade Juggler. Doesn't seem to be that constricted by only having 3 mana here, does he? So if I attack with Plague White, he just takes it. If I attack with Plague White and Juggler, he will block Juggler, create a 1/1. I think this way at least I get the option of blocking with the Juggler. So I think this is just swing with Plague White. Yes, he does seem to have an insane number of plays on 3 mana. I'll give you that too. Upkeep Scry might have been okay, but what are we killing? I'm happy to trade Juggler for Plague White right now. It's interesting. He has a 1 mana card that's relevant apparently. Actually, with the amount of discard he's running, this is wrong to play the land. I saw a Bellhaunt. I should absolutely be holding a land here. I could go no blocks here and just kill the white with the get the point. I'm gonna cast it anyways. It only buys me 3 damage, unfortunately, because he will block with the Enforcer after. But if he's still stuck on mana, we might get somewhere. He's got another white. Amazing. Like, how many fucking 2-drops, man? Alright. I expect him to block the Blade Juggler. To point the Enforcer. Oh. I wonder if he's running 15 lands or less with this deck. There's a crazy number of 2-drops. So he's gonna block Garudian here. If I attack with it, bring him to 5, I can just kill him, right? So it's 4 off this, 1 off that, and 2 off this. Kills him. There is... What white-black instant speed life gain is there? I don't think there's any instant white-black life gain on 3 in this format, right? Okay. So I swing with both, because then it doesn't matter how he blocks. Judgment doesn't gain him life. Let's go to damage. Okay. Then we're gonna ping it away. He could kill his own creature in response here, is the thing I'm most worried about. So I should do this on his turn. Alright. Is it discard stronger than giving him another turn? No, he's got a ton of life gain in there. Let's just kill him. We don't want to give him more turns. His deck has a bunch of 2-drops, a bunch of Afterlife tokens, and the Inheritance, and that's games 3. He never got to mana 4, which means he never got to play his Inheritance on us, and he had at least 2. So I think we want to take advantage of his mana screw more than we want to do anything else. So kind of tight games, honestly.